Thank you for joining us as we come to you live from the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Mix is at your service alongside Naringo and Alexis Tinsay. Alexis, kapag nag-cover tayo ng mga teams na gutom manalo, very interested akong malaman kung kamusta yung vibe sa locker room.
Alam mo, hindi mo talaga mararamdam yung kabay kasi nakikita mo talaga na galit at saka apo yung nasa mga mata nila.
Wow.
When I told them, okay ba kayo? Sabi nila, ay talagang ilalaban namin to, especially for today's game.
Grabe yung words na yun, Narin. Galit at apoy. But then again, with this short tournament format, Narin, every game really matters. And if you look at the team standings, lalo na sa Cignal HD, parang must win na talaga to para sa kanila.
They're all important game today. Crucial game for both these teams because update, PLDT is safely to the final. So the last finals berth will be contested by the remaining teams. So all other teams must win. And you did mention Cignal at 0-3 and Zus at 0-1. They have to win to have a chance to make it to the final.
It's going to be a brawl among those five teams. But when it comes to the Cignal HD Spikers, at least there's some light already to this team. Even though they already have registered 3 losses in the Invitational, may bumalik na players sa kanila. And of course, that is Don Katindig, who was able to register, of course, decent numbers in their previous game.
Oh, great numbers. And we have to mention 62.5 reception efficiency. But you know the weird thing, if you look at it, 9 digs. So obviously, the opponents are not targeting Don Makandili Katindig for a reason because her 9 digs is good enough for 62.5 reception efficiency. And today, for sure, she is going to continue that hard work, that brand of being a great libero.
And you know what, Mixinarine, I knew you were gonna talk about Don. Kaya pinuusap ko na siya kanina.
Yan ang
Before the
maganda.
game. And we all know that she actually just came back from her national team duties. And actually, they are allowed to take a break. But she decided to go straight home to her Cignal family. And this is because she said to me, kailangan nila ng presence ko bilang ate. They wanted veteran presence in order to boost their confidence, and she delivered. She went straight home to Cignal. Hindi straight home sa bahay niya, dumiretso siya sa training ng Cignal HD Spikers. And with that, sinabi niya nga sa akin na yung talagang minotivate niya daw yung kanyang girls na saying that the only way to get out of a slump is to actually experience it, be in it, and overcome and rise to the occasion together. So kailangan daw sama-sama sila in order to have that comeback because of course, they still want to be in it for the race here in the Invitational and they want to keep their campaign. So ngayon, with that, let's hear more for Cignal from Erin Pangilinan on how to bounce back for their next games.
Sa team naman, very sa amin, parang mentally challenging siya kasi syempre 2 losses, sunod-sunod. Tapos yung liga pa nakakapagod. So parang kami napapaisip kami na what went wrong, ano pa yung dapat namin improve. Tapos parang unti-unti namin hinahanap yung sarili namin. Malaking siya, exposure. Especially may Japanese team. And also, syempre parang sabi nga, rebuilding team po kami. Madaming bago, so magandang exposure siya sa amin. Talaga na magkaroon ng gel pa yung team po. More nag-focus kami sa sarili namin. Kasi sa amin kasi, magbe-base yung laro kung paano kami gagalaw. Kumbaga, hindi kami magdadepende kung sino yung kalaban dapat namin, kung sino sila. Dapat ilalaro namin yung laro namin. Kumbaga, kami magsa-start. Momentum namin dapat yung masusunod.
It's definitely good to hear about the mentality of Erin Pangilinan, who might be new to the PVL, but then again, she's been starting for Coach Shaq de los Santos. So, of course, accountability would be a good thing for her moving forward. Now, let's talk about the Zus Thunderbelles. And even though they're short-handed in this tournament, at least they have Kate Santiago, who's been coming off the bench for them in the previous conferences, in the previous tournaments. But here, at least she started off well in the Invitational.
You know, Migs, I like it that we are actually talking about Kate Santiago. I feel she's such an underrated player. The talent is undeniable. She has been moving teams ever since her team at Adamson. Here, she's been moving teams. But, you know, now she's getting a chance to start and to play. And she's playing well. And hoping for her fans, that's going to build her confidence moving forward. And that's going to build the program of Zus Coffee.
Alexis, how about Kate Santiago? A while ago, you were able to talk to Don Katindig. Si Kate pa nakausap mo rin?
For you, Mix and Arena, I always do my homework. And with Kate Santiago, natawa nga ako sa sinabi niya, baka matawa din kayo. Sabi ko, how did you transition from the PVL on tour right into the Invitational? Sabi niya, para lang kami nag-extend ng load subscription. Extend 4 games, redeem points. So they're actually taking it very lightly despite the sudden changes and the sudden back-to-back games. And she told me that it's really the importance of showing up. Despite the circumstances. And we all know that, sabi mo nga, nawala yung main frontliners nila. The front stringers are not here. But she doesn't want to play despite it. She doesn't want to play with that kind of mindset. She wants to play simply as Zus Thunderbelles. And with that kind of mindset, let's hear more from the Zus, from Renee Mabilang, and also former NU Lady Bulldog.
Sabi nga ni Coach Jerry sa amin before na parang yung check niyo yung IQ ng kalaban niyo, tingnan niyo kung gaano ka, parang hindi sila puro on strength lang nagpo-focus, nag-ano sila, lagay-lagay. So, yun yung importance nitong invitationals na to. You get to learn from yung mga culture na meron sila, kung paano mag-play yung internationally. So, medyo may sana maka-adapt kami kung paano sila maglaro. Step up kaming mga second wave, second stringer. So, though hindi pa kasi kami kompleto, so kaming mga natitira, kami muna yung mag-step up. So, exposure din po para sa amin ng mga hindi masyadong nagamit last conference.
Ipupunan kung ano yung kulang, and we are just so excited to see what the second stringers of Zus can bring here to the heat of the Phil Sports Arena. And actually, the PVL is back. We never actually went away. Hindi kami nawala, and we are so happy to reconnect with you here, our PVL fans. We have a question right below the stream, and the question is, which team will dominate the net? You can answer that right below the stream. You can also join in the conversation online by using the hashtag PVL Invitational, and of course, hashtag PVL 2025.
That's a nice question. Char Ancheta had 2 blocks in the previous game for Zus Coffee, while Rose Doria Aquino had back-to-back games and 2 blocks respectively. So that's going to be a good battle as well, and good context that our fans might be able to take into as they answer our Pilipinas Live poll question. Do not miss out on the experience. Do not miss out on our next battle here in the Invitational. It will be Cignal HD versus Zus Coffee.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. This is the 2025 PVL Invitational Conference. We're about to witness match number 9 of the preliminary round, the matchup between the Cignal HD Spikers and their opponents, the Zus HD Thunderbelles. And now introducing the 2 referees officiating this match. Our first referee is Herbert Matematico, Asian International Referee. Second referee is Erlindo Eusebio, National Referee. Let's now meet the starters. First, for the Cignal HD Spikers, setter number 22, team captain Jel Cayuna. Middle blocker number 2, Rose Doria Aquino. Outside spiker number 4, Tin Tiamzon. Another outside hitter number 6, Ishi Lalong Isip. Opposite hitter number 8, Erica Santos. And middle blocker number 11, Jackie Acuna. Starting libero number 16, Don Macandili Katindig. The head coach for Cignal is Shaq De Los Santos. And now the starters for the Zus HD Thunderbelles. Setter number 12, team captain Ney Mapilangan. Middle blocker number 2, Carol Santos. Opposite hitter number 4, Kate Santiago. Outside spiker number 5, Chai Troncoso. Outside hitter number 17, Viola Ceballos. And middle blocker number 19, Riza Nogales. Starting libero number 6, Julia Angeles. Head coach for Zus HD is Jerry Yee. This match is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is the matchup between Cignal and Zus HD. This is the PVL.
Presenting the starters for the Cignal HD Spikers. This will be the first start of Jackie Acuna in our Invitational, and there will be no Heather Ginoo in the first 6 for Coach Shaq De Los Santos. Their outside spiker combination will be Tin Tiamzon and Ishi Lalong Isip. On the other end for Zus HD, we have veterans to the rescue as Viola Ceballos is back in the mix alongside Chai Troncoso, who did not even play in their previous game versus Kobe Shinwa, but here she is representing the blue and white inside the Phil Sports Arena. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez with Noreen Go and Alexis Pinsay. Again, these 2 teams are looking for their first win in our tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in the pregame, we did talk about how undermanned Zus HD is because they were they were fielded last minute. So I think pressure is off for Zus, but for the players playing today, they're just gonna show up. That was the turn, show up and play with their house.
Ney Mapilangan did say in the VTR that we watched earlier that this is such an opportunity for the Zus HD second unit to shine and, you know, show their worth here in the PVL, maybe earn some minutes in the next conferences. Yeah. On the other end, Cignal HD sent it to Doria, who couldn't score. The counter came from the middle blocker of Zus HD and Riza Nogales.
Well, that's going to be a good matchup. Nogales against Doria Aquino. Tall ones.
Oo, magandang ano yan. Yung mga pwede mong pag-isipan kapag sasagot ka ng Pilipinas Live poll question natin in terms of which team will win the net defense of this game. But it's now Rose Doria Aquino answering back for the HD Spikers.
It is her chance because I think in terms of height, Doria Nogales is, I think, the taller. So when she's in the back, Doria wants to take advantage.
It's not the best of first balls. Here is Viola Ceballos. It's a good trajectory on that hit. The save though of Ishi Lalang-Isip, she wasn't able to center that ball perfectly.
You know, I think a huge challenge also for Cignal today is, again, because Zus is just trying to enjoy themselves, you know, making the most out of the time inside the court. No pressure. So how will Cignal handle that?
That could be the scariest opponent sometimes, and no pressure opponents. But now, let's put some pressure on her. Courtside reporter in Alexis Tinsay.
Migs and Noreen, I always do my homework for you guys. Back inside here in the Phil Sports Arena for the Invitational, I got to talk to Erica Santos, and she told me that what they learned the most here is accountability. She shared that their coaches constantly remind them about this series, not about the wins, but about learning, adjusting, and growing together. With around 6 new additions, 2 rookie drafts, Cignal finds itself in a dynamic space where they're testing their skills, accepting mistakes, and turning those into lessons. Erica also said that with veterans like Donatin guiding her, she's able to stay more steady on the court, especially in crucial moments. And if you look back, kahit bago pa lang sila magkakasama, they already reached the Final Four last tour. So that speaks volumes about their potential. What they may lack in experience, they make up for with heart and determination. Let's go back here to set 1.
That really is the theme for, you know, the teams who are at the middle of the pack, who go into the Final Four, but they're unable to make it to the finals. You know, it's really accountability, because you'd want to lessen your mistakes in order to, you know, be able to win a conference.
Right, and at the end of the day, really, it is about performance, right? If you commit a lot of errors, you know, you will ride the bench. So you really have to take advantage of the opportunities given to you.
And it's good that it also came from Erica Santos, who would like to perfect her game now that everybody will try to check her in the PVL, as we just got to see a point off of Carol Santos. Also did not make an appearance in their previous game, but we did see a couple of starts here and there during the PVL on tour for her.
Well, more players in the roster of Zus today, so let's see how Coach Jerry will use them.
It is 4-all in set 1. A good push there by Kate Santiago, challenging the defense of Don Katindig.
No, this is a great start by Zus. You know, I mean, you did mention the veterans showing up. Viola Ceballos is one of them. I see Ortiz by the bench. So, yeah, I mean, they will really give Cignal a run for their money.
And remember, Viola Ceballos, what a story that was when she got her playing time in the PVL alongside her current opponent and former teammate, Erica Santos. In PLDT, silang dalawa. They were able to shine. So that was good net defense by Cignal HD. Oh, actually, the net played the defense against Zus Coffee. 4 touches ang tawag dito.
Yeah, that ball, Chai Troncoso buried that into the net. But I like the story of Erica Santos because it gives hope to a lot of players and a lot of aspiring players that it's not where you start, it's really the home that you find yourselves in. Like for Erica Santos, it's Cignal.
And now she's an MVP.
Right?
It's crazy. Such a great story. You know, that's another great story that's, you know, along those lines. Renee Peñafiel of Cherry Tigo.
Yeah.
Ganda ng nilalaro, even though we hardly, you know, saw her in action when she was in college.
That's a block point for Cignal.
Now it is a block point for Cignal HD. Jackie Acuna making her presence known.
7 serving
You know, for the old fans, I would say, those who have followed volleyball throughout the years, it doesn't mean that you're not a star player in college, that you're not going to shine in the pros. You know who's one of them? Angela Benting from Adamson. Myla Pablo. They were good. Don't get me wrong. They were good in college, but they were better in the pros.
We have Cignal leading the way to our first technical timeout. It is 8-5.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
For those of you who are looking for the other players of Zus Coffee, well, some of them are here inside the Phil Sports Arena. And si Ate Jovelyn Gonzaga, resting out the Invitational. Obviously, these players actually deserve it because, nakakapagod din naman yung pinagdaanan nila sa PVL on tour. Flo Mondoñedo, Shani Arroyo, and how about our Alas Pilipinas member in Thea Gagate. That's also a reminder that when they're complete, Zus Coffee, this is a force to reckon with. They were actually our 5-set queens in the PVL on tour. But then again, this is such a nice opportunity for these players on the court to show off. And that is Chai Troncoso showing us what she can do when she attacks from the left pin.
Yeah. Chai Troncoso, that is another story that we've been talking about throughout the month because when she joined Zus together with Jov Gonzaga, I mean, that's a great combination.
Chai also used to play for Cignal, so bit of extra motivation here as she scores once again.
Well, 2 straight points for Zus Coffee, just a 1-point game.
And a nice response off of that 4-0 run that we saw from Cignal before the first technical timeout. Not the best of passes from Dawn, and here's Ishi Lalamisip. Rene sends it back to Chai Troncoso. Now it's Jackie. Did she get a hand? Apparently not. It was just clean.
Yeah. Wasn't the best of sets. Jackie Acuna not comfortable. It's kind of low. So she hit it wide. It's a tied game. Again, we did say at the start, you cannot count Zus out of this match. Although must win for both these teams.
A 3-0 run now for the Thunderbelles. Saved there by Santos. They bump it up to Kate. And that drops for Kate Santiago.
How appropriate that we talked about her in the pregame.
I mean, if you think about history, credentials, and may credentials naman talaga yan si Kate Santiago.
Tapos
A known starter back in her day.
mo kung paano ka pupuntos. Hindi naman lahat ng hindi naman lahat ng puntos nakukuha sa malakas. Kailangan mas maging matalino tayo maglaro, okay? Sige. Ayusin natin. Ha?
Boy ako. 4-0 Come on. Cignal!
Awesome!
Ayun na yung klaseng timeout na alam mong kailangan ng tawagin ni Coach Shaq. Obviously, an emergency button because now it is a 4-0 run by Zus Coffee off of the first technical timeout.
Yeah, Coach Shaq knows how important this game is. He knows that he actually has the advantage. They're a more complete team than their opponents. And he's seeing they're playing very lax. And I'm not saying that in a good way.
And now it's a faulty reception by Tintiam Zon, extending the run for Carol Santos and the rest of Zus Coffee.
Well, we did see that Vanny Gandler is actually in the bench,
Yes.
right? Or on the bench. So when will Coach Shaq bring her in?
We shall wait and see. D-ball to Erica. That goes back to the net. Troncoso, smart move.
Well, you like the fight right now from Zus. They're all just trying to make do with what sets are given. And the defense of Cignal a bit slow, a tad bit slow today.
Let's see if Erin Pangilinan will make some changes with the defense of Cignal HD. She replaces Jackie Acuna, who now has a word with Coach Shaq de los Santos. 11-8. The run is 6-0 now.
And that's a good serve.
Talong isip. This is going to be a free ball. The best chance for Cignal. Jel will choose. Ishi!
Wow.
Nice cross.
Boy, Katindig was out of position but still give a perfect pass.
This is our spike of the set brought to you by Duncan ng pasalubong ng bayan. A good look with much power from Ishi Lalong isip.
Very basic volleyball on the side of Cignal there. And you see, that's a great set by Cayuna. Just a one-on-one and late at that. The blocker was late.
That ends the run. Oh! Is that a miscue or just a mistouch by Dolly Verzosa?
I think it was a bit of miscue because of the traffic in that area. You can see, you know. But give it to Pangilinan. Great block.
So it's already good production at the start of Erin Pangalinan's time on the court as Zus Coffee answers back. Ganda ng pinapakita ni Chai Troncoso.
But that is actually expected of her, Migs, at this point.
That's 4 points now in this game for Chai Troncoso. And here comes Heather Ginoo. She started in the past 2 games for the Cignal HD Spikers. Had 21 points, 3 aces, and 12 digs. 2 games back versus Creamline. Nice dig. That was by Julia Angeles. And it's all worth it as Chai Troncoso scores again.
So she is the veteran, as we mentioned, and she will be the go-to. You know, out of system play, she will be the one to bail them out, and she's been playing well.
This could be the reason why they rested her in their previous game. Ginoo sent back. How about that net defense by Santiago and Nogales?
Great response from Zus after that rally from Cignal.
That's Riza Nogales turning it to sender. No coverage anymore by Don Katindig, making it 14-10. Full front line for Ney Mabilangan. Off of another faulty reception. It's a good chance for Ney, sending it to Nogales. A bit low though. It's Ginoo. Check out.
Then we have to say that is a great substitution by Coach Shaq, tapping Heather Ginoo, who also is a player, has a roller coaster of a ride. You know, in her career, she'd start, she'd not start, she'd not play, but finally she's getting the chance.
You know, that can really take a toll on your mindset in whatever league you're playing.
Wow.
Chai Troncoso though also. That's a nice journey for us. You know, when you talk about the story of Chai Troncoso, also has had to earn her minutes. May mga conferences na nabigyan na siya ng starting nods, and yet, you know, you'd still want to see more from her.
Yeah.
Here she is, able to shine in this game. Speaking of shining, Jel Cayuna says, tama na, it's my turn to score.
Yeah, we know she's an aggressive setter. She'll try to put that down every chance she gets.
That will be point number 1 for Jel Cayuna in this matchup. She also gets a lot of points off of her serves. That time around, it was received well.
Yeah, one of the better servers.
Kate Santiago, though, able to find an open zone. That was zone 4. And Zus Coffee will now send us to our second technical timeout. 16-12.
Bitin ba kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
There's Chenny Tagaod watching from the sideline here inside the Field Sports Arena. This is our second game for our PVL Monday. Coach Alessandro Lodi joins us as well. Mahilig manood to ng mga game eh. Nagsiscouting para sa Farm Fresh.
Yun yung mga volleyball is life.
Oh, yes. Well, some might argue also that maybe this is just his style of doing his job. A lot of people watch on TV. Some prefer doing it live. Micah Go now checks in to serve, replacing Riza Nogales, an MVP herself of College of St. Benilde. Micah Go also did not make an appearance in their previous game versus Kobe Shinwa. That was a nice serve from her. Oh, nobody there on the second touch for Zus Coffee.
Yeah, that ball hit the blockers' hands, and Ceballos was just caught flat-footed.
Unting warm-up pa para kay Viola Ceballos.
Stop dance.
Yeah. 16-13. Heather Ginoo. Still saved by Troncoso.
Good save, yeah.
It's lalong isip down the line. Troncoso with another save. Oh, it's all worth it. So Kate Santiago will get the point, but well, we got to give credit to Chai Troncoso for that one.
She's been keeping the ball alive for Zus. That could have been a point already for Cignal.
17-13, Santiago. Kate has 4, by the way, here in set 1. Santiago sending it outside. Good idea, though.
Yeah, not much top spin there. And a long follow through.
Coach Jerry, not yet troubled, obviously. Well, he's always nonchalant, also. It is 14-17, Rose Doria Aquino.
Oh, that's a great serve.
It's Ceballos against 2 blockers.
Oh, good save.
Good chance. Mabilangan going back to Fiola. Nice denial by Cignal HD.
Yeah, Erica Santos showing us her blocking prowess. She's not all offense.
Erica Santos, 3 games back in the semis of the PVL on tour, had 4 blocks versus Cherry Tigo. 4 over 26 total points. And here's another veteran in Micah Ortiz, now checking in. In their previous game, she made an appearance in the second set versus Kobe Shinwa. Ceballos. Doria as the setter. Santos as the scorer.
That's smart, you know, really she's showing us it's not all about power, it's about angles and placements. Look at this one. Look at that.
Beautifully put.
She faced another direction and kind of hooked it in another direction.
And trims the lead down to 1. Santiago, that was in. 5 points for Kate Santiago. What a start for her.
Yeah, making up for that hitting error, that previous hitting error. That's great targeting for Kate Santiago. Again, for me, really a very underrated player.
2-point lead now for Zus Coffee. Back set to Erica. Could be the time now. That time of the set when Jel Cayuna would just give the sets onto her top scorer.
Yeah, and she will take over if given the chance.
This is a challenge though because Erica Santos is now at the back row. That goes outside. Troncoso confident that there was a check. Will this be challenged? And the answer is yes.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Cayuna and Pangilinan. It's like they're saying nope. Nothing to admit, so we will see the challenge video.
This will be our first challenge in our Monday's second game. It's going to be a busy week for the PVL as we go through this invitational tournament. Top 2 seeds will go on to the final, but one of them was already booked by PLDT a while ago. Everybody else battling for that other spot. That's clean.
Yeah.
So tama yung nabasa mo kay Jel Cayuna.
Because they also want, they don't want that lull as well, you know, these players. So if you call them out on it, they'll admit.
18 all now. A race to 7 in set 1. Nice slide. A mini slide for Micah Ortiz.
Well, that's why she's there. You did see, you know, the veteran coming off the bench, instant offense.
Nogales now returns to be a part of the front row. Micah Go sits down. And a double sub on the other end for Cignal HD. We have Jessa Ordiales and Giselle C checking in.
Yeah, and if you look at the matchups at the net, you can see clearly Nogales has the height advantage. So if you're Zus, you want to take advantage of her being in front.
Lalong isip. Ball sent back. Giselle recalculates to the other end now. And that was great net defense by Zus Coffee.
Chai Troncoso doing a bit of everything for Zus.
7 points now here in set number 1 for Chai Troncoso. Able to get the better in that one-on-one situation versus Jessa Ordiales.
Hindi nga manalo dito. Ha? Hindi mag-effort ka papunta doon sa backset. Sayang eh. Ha? Sige, dalawa lang naman yan ha. O, so, pasa muna ha. Pasa muna. Kuha tayo puntas ha.
Let's go, Cignal! Awesome!
Cignal HD trailed by as many as 4 points here in set number 1 against the team of AC Minor, which is Zus Coffee. AC, one of our rookies, as well as Riza Nogales, fresh off of the UAAP.
AC Minor, great rookie. Super rookie in her debut.
But I'm interested to know if she will still play the middle blocker position in the next conferences for Zus Coffee, especially when Thea Gagate returns.
Yeah, good question. But you know how versatile she is as a player.
She was used as opposite already in Ateneo. Ito open spiker talaga. Ishi lalong isip, scoring from her comfortable angle. It's 3 points now in this game for Ishi. And we have, for the first time in this game, Vanny Gander, fresh off of her stint with Alas Pilipinas.
Has it been that long? Her hair is
Actually think she has a tan, or I don't know. Vanny saving that ball. It's Heather Ginoo. Oh, rejected. Is that Nogales or Mabilangan?
We gotta check who actually got a touch, but there's a great team up. Oh,
Parang si Ney.
Yeah.
Bilangan being a part of the scoring column now. That's her first in this matchup. Mrs. Gail Pascual, another former top scorer of CSB, checking in. Ooh, not the best of sets for Heather. And a good chance for Zus Coffee. It's Troncoso. Could not outsmart the defense. Vanny from the back. Vanny will score her first point.
Again, not all about power, about angles, about reading your opponent's defense. Vanny Gander has all the experience after playing with Alas.
You can only imagine the confidence is soaring right now for one Vanny Gander. Welcome back to the PVL. 20-21.
Whoa!
Still made it for Erin Pangilinan. Troncoso, down it goes for her. 8 points in set number 1 for Chai.
She has been just solid here in set number 1 for Zus.
Only smiles tayo mula kay Chai Troncoso. Start of this game.
All around, you know,
Oh.
defense, floor defense, net defense.
And they have the lead, 22-20. Mabilangan back set. Santiago, upon her return, will score.
Why not go to that? I mean, she's been successful with these drops. She gets another easy point.
Zus Coffee 2 points away from winning their first set in this match and in the Invitational because they lost in straight sets versus Kobe Shinwa. But can they pull it off?
Well, they're looking good here.
Ginoo got a hand. That's saved by Troncoso. Bit tight for Fiola, and that's gonna fall short.
Yeah, good effort though. Again, who started that? Chai Troncoso.
Gotta end it though if you're Zus Coffee. Cignal HD obviously wants a comeback. They put back Erica Santos.
Yeah, Angelica Yuna. So now it's full front row for Cignal. But Zus can afford to play side-out volleyball.
Can they get one? Santiago rejected. It's Ceballos, full swing there. Katindig will bump it up for Erica Santos.
Good dig.
Dolly now to Kate Santiago. Dug up by Vanny. It's Heather Ginoo. That's over and beyond. But was there a check? Nogales convinced that it was clean. And there will be no challenge. Oh, there it is. Now it's being asked for by Coach Shaq de los Santos.
Riza Nogales saying, I did not touch it.
This would be big because it could potentially send Zus Coffee to set point.
Boy, you know, we're not surprised the way Zus is playing. They're hustling, they're working hard for every point.
Gotta give it to the team that was called upon late in the Invitational.
Yeah, you know, you have to send your love to the organization, you know, and appreciate that even though it's last minute, they fielded a team.
Na-imagine ko nga, iba sa kanila nasa bakasyon. Tapos nakatanggap na lang ng text. Bumalik na kayo.
Game
Kailan natin
tomorrow.
maglaro. On the other end for Cignal HD, it's been a long journey since the PVL on tour. They want to win now. They're first in the Invitational. This will not help.
Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful for the HD Spikers, which means we're now going to see set point for Zus Coffee. Babalik si Tintiamzon, replacing Heather Ginoo.
Well, that's interesting because we've seen Zus target Tintiamzon and floor on the first pass, actually.
Now at set point. Serving for the set, Riza Nogales.
24, serving 21, Riza Nogales. Made it safely. Kayuna back sets to Erica. Save by Doria. And a good chance. Mabilangan. Combination. Santiago will send it wide.
Yeah. She went for it. Just too much power there.
And she had mad intentions to end the set that way. But they're still up 24-22. Tintiamzon will have to serve back-to-back. So that Cignal will have a chance to win this set. Santiago Pambawi. It's dug up cleanly by Kayuna. It's Erica. Naibalik, and that's inside off of the net defense by Zus Coffee.
Oh, Micah Ortiz showing us her veteran smarts there, unfazed by the MVP.
This point of the set is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Zus Coffee will get their first set in the Invitational of the PVL. They win it 25-22. We wrapped up set number 1 in 29 minutes. It was 25-22 in favor of the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles. What a performance that was from the team that was undermanned in the previous game. We didn't even know who was going to show up here in this matchup against Cignal HD, but boy, did they show up. Chai Troncoso, 8 points on her first game in the Invitational. Kate Santiago, 6 points, already halfway through her performance in her previous game when she tallied 13.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference in set number 1 is really the hustle of Zus. You know, you see the passion, you feel that they really want the victory. So they're fighting for every point. Let's look at the rest of the numbers. Attacks even went their way. You know, at the start you thought it was Cignal, but no. Zus with sheer hard work came back and they actually won set number 1. Look at the errors. They even had more errors, but they made up in other things like the hustle and keeping the ball alive. And you did mention Chai Troncoso with 8 huge markers or points in set number 1. And she started it all. The rally and the maintaining and protecting the lead and eventually winning set number 1.
Talk about having a statement game against your former team in Cignal. Erica Santos of Cignal nowadays would want to make a statement here in set number 2. She had 4 points in the first set. Ayan po ang ating leading scorers graphic with Shai versus Erica on the board. Erica Santos, if you guys missed the PVL on tour, just bagged her first most valuable player award on her first stint with Cignal HD after she was able to develop her game with the PLDT high-speed hitters who were crowned champions in the on tour, and now they're back in the final in the Invitational, having won earlier today versus Kobe Shinhwa. So everybody else would like to set up that date against PLDT this coming weekend.
Well, 5 teams will have to contest for that last finals berth.
And for Cignal HD, remember they're already at 0-3 entering this game. Practically a must-win all the way, as Zus Coffee registers yet another point to begin set number 2.
But you will remember in the pregame when Alexis reported that Dawn Katindig could have rested after her national team duties, but no, that's how much passion she has for her team.
And that's the type of leadership that they're getting. Let's just hope that it could pay off for them moving forward as Zus Coffee gets another point.
2-0 in favor of the Thunderbelles.
Yeah, another strong start for Zus.
Nogales serving. All put up by Tin Tiamzon. Cayuna will bump it for Ishii. Off the deflection, it's Carol Santos sending it to Santiago. Now it's a chance ball. Combination! The save by Troncoso. Santiago again. Back and forth the ball went. Lalong isip. Now it's misdug by Chai Troncoso.
Yeah, you know, that's one player has to step up. Lalong isip. You know, we've seen her throughout the conferences and what she can do. They need her numbers today.
4 points in this game so far for Ishii Lalong isip.
But you appreciate the action at the net, you know, these tips.
Lalo na yung balikan lang talaga. Ceballos. And here's Santos. Off the block, she scores. It is 2-all now in set number 2, and that allows us to check back in with Alexis Tinsay.
Big Sinarine, let's head on over to the other side of the court, the Zus Thunderbelles claiming set number 1. Now, Wheelin Estoc is actually currently juggling 2 worlds. She's currently at her 5th year in CSB with the course HR, together now juggling her first invitational stint. She told me her 2-week break after the PVL on tour was actually her finals week in school. Kaya raw dobleng adjustment, walang ball training, sabay tune-ups sa college teams. And now, Wheelin shared that she trusts herself and focuses on lifting her team's energy on floor defense. Meanwhile, setter Sharia Ancheta told me that her role now is to set the tempo wisely. Mas utakan kaysa pwersahan ng approach. She leans on her confidence to balance the offense even without their key players. Sharia added that her Spikers' growing confidence is their biggest strength, and as a playmaker, she tries to be that steady source of composure whenever they're in underdog situations. But currently, they're one set up. Back to the panel.
Great to hear those stories about Sharon Cheta and Wewe Estoque, 2 players who could maximize some playing time here in the Invitational. And Coach Jerry, as you can see this point by Rose Gloria Aquino. Sharon Cheta actually registered 2 blocks in her previous game, tied with Kate Santiago as the leading blockers of Zus Coffee versus Kobe Shinhwa. Si Estoque naman, second leading scorer with 10 points. Mahirap yun ay pinagdaanan niya na kasabay ng kanyang volleyball ang final sweep.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate.
Off the scramble! Ishii Lalong isip able to recover there. And a save there by Ishii on her dig. It was a tight angle though for Jel Cayuna to set the ball up.
Yeah, that was a good effort, but too near the net. Not even the great Jel Cayuna can keep that in play.
Now, I want to see the replay of the previous save by Lalong isip off of the first touch by Doria Aquino, maybe later. As Tin Tiamzon now scores with her cross court. That's her second point.
Yeah, but finally for Tin Tiamzon, she gets a legit kill. Again, for those who do not know, she just came back from a 2-year hiatus.
At ano yun, no? Little to no volleyball talaga for Team Tiamzon. A lot of things have to be restored for her. That's low for Troncoso. Yep, call it 4 touches.
4 hits.
Well, this is a better showing for Cignal.
6-4
The
Signal.
intensity is there.
Quick turnaround for the HD Spikers after being down by 2 earlier here in this set 2. Chai Troncoso getting a point back though.
When you need a point, go to Chai.
She's 1 point away from reaching double figures now.
Yeah, and you know, when you look at the front row, or the front row right now of Zus, you can see a clear height advantage. For Zus, you may be down by 1, but you want to, use this to your advantage.
It's Carol Santos on the serve. No rally anymore as it was an error.
7 serving 5.
Well, Zus had 7 errors in set number 1. You want to lessen that, obviously, here in set number 2.
They averaged 5.3 errors in their previous game versus Kobe Shinwa. Troncoso couldn't score. It's saved by Katindig. It's Lalong Isip sending the ball long. Well, she wants a touch.
Ball out.
Challenge card. Will it be raised? Oh, wala na ba? I'm confused din tayo eh. Coach Shaq. Oh, there you go. The call for the challenge.
Cignal is challenging the ruling on the last play.
Yeah, you might as well, because you already stopped play, so you will be called for that, so might as well.
The arena went silent, looking at Coach Shaq.
Once you press that buzzer, the challenge buzzer, there's no turning back.
But his assistant was also waiting for the instruction.
But normally, right, it comes from the bench. It comes from the coaching staff, what the challenge, if the challenge.
All right, touch or not. That's over. Unsuccessful.
Challenge is unsuccessful. Pointed serve to Zus Coffee. Cignal has 1 more challenge remaining in set
Riza
2.
Nogales is an honest person. If she said she didn't touch it, you gotta believe her.
Trims the lead down to 1 here in set 2. Jump set for Gel. And it works as Erin Pangilinan scores.
Yeah, that's how you counter taller blockers. You have to do it with speed.
8-6, Cignal HD leading us to this technical timeout.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, Chai Troncoso and the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles won set number 1, but they're down by 2 here in set number 2 against the Cignal HD Spikers. This is Mix Gomez alongside Noreen Go, and Alexis Tinsay is our courtside reporter. Not the best of first balls from Kate Santiago. To get another chance though. Sending it to Nogales.
Oh, good save.
Off the scramble. It's Erica Santos. Very tight. Ang hirap nun para kay Dolly.
Boy, Dolly Versosa just wish she was a spiker at that point.
which she once was.
Yeah, she's one of the, I think she was crowned best outside in one conference.
Well, she was the first star of Zus Coffee. She was their first leading scorer, their first captain as well when the franchise entered the PVL. Combination. Still read well by Zus. They send it to Kate. Sharp cross. And it is outside. Looked to have been a good angle though for Kate Santiago.
I was looking at the reaction of Coach Jerry, really not look at his place. I'm not challenging that. It was clearly out.
The lead is now 4. This is the biggest lead of Cignal in the game. Up to the sky. It's Lalong Isip at the net. Oh, tough save by Kate. And off the chance. Still no point for Doria Aquino. Counter with Chai.
Whoa!
Longest rally alert. Cignal to try to capitalize. Erica Santos, still no good. Mabilangan going to Nogales. It's Ishi.
Good dig.
Troncoso, blocked. Great anticipation by Erica Santos and Rose Doria Aquino.
Yeah, you know the difference right now with between the game of Zus, set number 1, set number 2, they're a split second late in their reaction time, right? In the first set, they were just moving fluidly. Here it's like they're watching a lot of helter-skelter, mad scrambles on their side.
It actually has helped with the entertainment factor of the match kasi nakikita natin naghahabol yung mga players. But yes, that split second could be a big difference on the court if you're Zus Coffee.
Well, not to mention also that Cignal's playing a lot better.
And Lalong Isip playing a lot better will score her 5th point of the match off of that hit.
Well, is that reaction a question of being lucky? Was that going out? Look at that reaction from Coach Jerry.
I actually thought that it could have been the set also, the bump set of Erin Pangilinan, able to twist her body to send it to Lalong Isip. Unfortunately, it is now a service error off of Erin.
Yeah, if you look at the rotation right now, Cignal, that is one of their stronger ones. So you want to pull away here in set number 2.
7 serving 12. First ball to Tiamzon. Nice back set, off speed. Collision between 2 Thunderbelles. Good chance, off of the good dig. Lalong Isip. No more save for Zus Coffee.
Yeah. She powers that through. Nogales was there, but just couldn't handle that.
There's a separation that you would want between the blocker and the net. You would exploit that as a spiker. Buzzer sounded. What was that? Was it the wrong server?
Rotational hold incorrect server.
Yeah, I think so. So who served that?
I also didn't see.
I think they're saying it's supposed to...
Dito ka gitna. 22, 6, 2, 8. Sa kabila ka, ano? Position 4 ka, 22, server. Double check na lang to. Oh, ito. Tama naman. Gitna ka, libero, gitna. 6 to 8.
Okay. All right. So now they fixed it.
Yeah, it is a wrong server.
Unfortunately, it is a point given to Zus Coffee, making it 8 to 13. Erica Santos, wow. What a way to get the point back.
Wrong server or not.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin' ang pasalubong ng bayan. That's an MVP type of hit for you.
That's also an MVP type of set from Jel Cayuna.
Cayuna had herself a nice PVL on tour. Her numbers were fantastic. Here's Jel again. Same 1-2 punch. Didn't work. Back row now for Ishii. Zone 1 was the target. Unfortunately, it was ruled outside.
They have to be ready. You know, yes, your first option is normally Erica Santos, but you know, Jel Cayuna would want to get the other people their touches.
Nice first ball by Dawn. Erica Santos, a monstrous hit again.
She is so different right now after winning that MVP plum.
Were you actually surprised?
Actually, no.
Ako rin eh. Hindi na ako nagulat eh. She even had a 30 piece at some point. I think that was us when we covered that game.
30 points, yeah.
The career high. Ceballos. That was sharp. Looked good. Fiola's elevation could be deceiving time and time again. She doesn't jump the highest, but she's smart enough to know how to score.
That is a, you know, on cue as you were saying that, the slow-mo. Seeing that small gap between the antenna and the blocker, she gets it through.
It is 10-15. Gail Pascual with a missed dig. There's the bump to Erica. She tried to send it through and it still worked. Erica Santos now in double figures. She has 6 points in this set alone, and the lead is also 6 for Cignal HD.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Thea Gagate dancing to Soda Pop here inside the Phil Sports Arena. Couple more: Zus Coffee, Thunderbelles, Shenny Arroyo, Clo Mondoñedo. That's Will Magbuhos also, a former Adamson Soaring Falcon men's basketball. That reminds me, UAP basketball is also around the corner. Pero mauna ang Volleyball World Championships for the men's. Hope you can join us there as Chai Troncoso continues with her scoring prowess. So she wants that duel against Erica Santos, 10 points each.
Well, now that she's in front, you know, if you're Zeus, you want to go more to her. She's playing so well today.
11-16 in set 2. Dawn has been very active here in this set, getting those first balls. Back row. Ceballos tried to outsmart the defenders, but it fell short.
Yeah, that slight delay. I actually changed the jump, the power to get it over.
Dani Gander will now return. This will be her second appearance in this match. She was the service specialist in set number 1 for Cignal HD, but now she's going to be a part of the front row. 17-11. Troncoso got a hand. It's Vanny's turn.
Good dig.
Pascual. Slide now for Erin. That was good. Straight onto the corner of zone 5.
Good ball distribution there by Jel Cayuna. But you can see the defense of Cignal has improved vastly from set 1.
Nag-warm up muna ang Cignal HD Spikers.
Took a while.
This is now their biggest lead. Gandler sent back. This is Erica Santos.
Good dig.
Now it's Chai. Defense very active on both ends. It continues. Pascual. Nice rejection. Troncoso. Was there a touch? Apparently not. But Troncoso wants a challenge.
But that was one of the better rallies in this match so far.
That's what you'd like to see. Great activity defensively for these two teams. Remember, they're hungry for their first win in the Invitational.
Yeah, Cignal is 0-3. Yeah,
Zus,
0-1.
it's gonna be a long week for Zus. They're gonna play a lot of games. Ano, natamaan ba? Mukhang oo naman.
Yeah. We'll just replay the point.
Wasn't it a point because it went outside off of the block?
Serving 18 with Neymar Bilangan serving.
Yes, we just confirmed. It is a point. 18-12.
Oh, good save.
Pascual goes cross. Nice deception also by Gail Pascual.
Yeah, you know, Pascual is one of those players that's very athletic. Also underrated for me.
That will be first point of Gail in this game. 18-13.
Sige. O, tama na yun, ha? WhatsApp na tayo, okay? Kuha na tayo ng puntos natin. Sige. Pasa muna ulit maganda. Tin, mag-usap kayo ni Don. Baligtad si Don na yung naagawan niyo. Wala nang trabaho si Don dyan.
Sorry.
Usap lang para makapasok tayo na maayos, ha? Then back row ready pa rin, okay?
Alam mo, minsan mo lang maririnig yun. Yung naagawan ng trabaho si Don Katindig. It's actually a good thing, you know, for you to take responsibility in helping out in terms of the first ball. But if you do have Don Katindig.
Exactly. If she's there, respect.
Bigay mo na sa kanya. It is 13-18. Neymar Bilangan with 5 excellent sets. Sending the ball in. The reception came from Don. Coverage also from Don Katindig. And with her effort, it's an attack point for Vanny Gandler.
So for those who are wondering if Vanny Gandler's injected into the lineup, what is going to happen? Exactly that. We have a lot of threats on court.
This could shape up the 6 that we could see a lot on the floor moving forward for Coach Shaq De Los Santos. Mahirap nga naman na nawawala-wala yung mga players mo now and then, but it's the commitment that they have with the Las Filipinas. Something that we really respect. As Cignal HD was able to force an error off of Zeus Coffee.
Oh, it is a 7-point advantage. Cignal now trying to get a 25 and tie this match at 1 set apiece.
Combination, Pascual. Bit late on the reaction was Tin Tiamzon.
Combination play.
You see what I mean when I say Pascual is so athletic.
Let's see if we can see more. As now another CSB student is in. That was Wewe Estoque. Here's Wewe. Got a hand. Tiamzon with the save. Erica Santos back row hit. And that was low, no touch by Nogales.
Yeah, and you can see Nogales read that. She was all over that ball. Had it gone a bit over the net, they would have been a stuff block.
Well, we gotta give it to Riza Nogales, even back in her UE days. She's been known for her blocking ability. Cayuna, nice setup. One more. And now it works for Rose Doria Aquino. She really asked for it.
She was playing it smart, saw that hole and the defense of Zeus.
Si Miguel siya, isa pa. Butas na butas nga. Ang likod in between zones 5 and 6. 21-15.
21 serving 15.
The best part of the rotation now for Jel Cayuna. Pascual denied. Great coverage by Micah Go. A lot of CSP players on the court. And it's where Estoque is scoring.
Yep, powers it through. We like that substitution by Coach Jerry.
There's the second top scorer of Zus Coffee versus Kobe Shinwa. Where Estoque registered 10 points behind the 13 of Kate Santiago in their previous appearance. That's tight, still saved. Oh, it went through and down inside for Cignal.
That was
We gotta see it. Don Katindig, or was it Jel Cayuna?
it was a miscue between Katindig and Cayuna. Look at that reaction. And they get the point.
You know, with that celebration, I really believe that it was Don Katindig who got her hands on the ball. That's short. Vanny knew it. Kate Santiago will now return for Gail Pascual. It is 17, serving 22.
Yeah, for Zeus, you want one final push here.
Erica, saved by Julia Angeles. Good chance for Cignal. Back row, Vanny. Micah bumps it to the left. Wewe onto zone 5. The save by Don Macandili. And it is going to be a point for Erica Santos.
Because of that save, that degree,
Yeah, no?
yeah,
Signature.
the level of difficulty of that dive. Erica Santos said, I'm gonna get the point. Thank you very much.
Ano yan, respeto niya na yan sa kanyang senior sa DLSU.
Yeah, but you're right. No? That's a signature dives of Katindig.
Estoque getting a point back though for Zus Coffee.
Well, they're still in it.
Kanina nga, yung third set na napanood natin between Kobe Shinwa and PLDT, that was a come from behind by the high-speed hitters, who, by the way, haven't lost a single set in the Invitational.
And who's straight to the finals.
18 serving 23 serving for the Thunderbelles, Fiona Ceballos.
Ceballos back in the game, down by 5. Shank pass. Erica pushes. Clear out for Julia. Now it's Troncoso. That was sharp, but still saved by Don. Tiamzon. Troncoso again. That is outside.
Ball out.
Katindig was ready for that, and when she knew it was wide.
Talikod na in celebration.
Yep.
Don's feeling it now in set 2. Body language a lot different compared to set number 1. 6 set points for Cignal. Troncoso. That's a point save for the blue shirts.
She's not done yet, Chai Troncoso. May not be perfect, but you know she tries.
That's 12 points now in the game for Chai. 11 attack points. Micah Ortiz set to return. Have to sub in the right way.
Serving for Zus Coffee, Micah Ortiz.
The veteran sending that ball in. Oh, wide open with zone 1 for Jel Cayuna. Ceballos did not even attempt anymore to save that ball. It's going to be 25-19 in favor of Cignal in set 2. This point of the set is brought to you by Myra, the Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Things are equalized now inside the Phil Sports Arena. We'll be back for set number 3. Back for our PVL Invitational here inside the Field Sports Arena. We're now at one set apiece between Cignal HD Spikers and the Zus Thunderbelles. We've seen two very different sets so far. Zus Coffee able to take control in set number 1, but Noreen noticed a lot of differences, especially when it comes to Cignal HD in set number 2.
I think the key to winning a set here, as we saw in the first and the second set, is really how aggressive you can be in terms of defense. We saw that with Zus in set number 1. Then we saw it with Cignal. I think it's really the intensity and the commitment to keeping that ball in play. We know in terms of offense, talent is there.
Yes.
For both these teams. So they're going to try to put it away. But what chance will they get? You need to keep the ball alive.
Now we present you the numbers of set number 2.
Yeah, look at the attacks. Cignal with Vanny Gander in the fold became more lethal in set number 2. Even the blocking. The errors by 2 this time for Cignal, but they made up for that in terms of their attack. So better set for Cignal. And again, what we're going to expect here in set number 3 really is how will defense play a big part.
Pretty ironic to see that the team who committed more errors won the set so far in this game. But then again, when it comes to defense, we did mention the name of Dawn Katindig a lot in set number 2. She got into her groove, you know, celebrating here and there, and was really effective on the court, showing us why she had to return early off of her Alas Pilipinas stint. Offensively though, our top 2 scorers are Chai Troncoso with 12 points against her former team, and Erica Santos also has 10 points. 6 of those came in set number 2.
You know, I do not envy Jel Cayuna because, you know, as good as she is, you have your first options, but you do want to distribute the ball. So, you know, those things will play with your mind, actually.
It is Cignal HD getting the first point here in set number 3 off of their denial against the Micah Go hit. There's Jel Cayuna with a lot of options on her table. Si Vanny Gander nga nasa bench ulit. It is Tintiam Zon and Ishi Lalong Isip playing outside hitters once more.
You know, one thing also for me, Zus has to learn. Wow!
Very clean. All right, now let's cleanly turn it over to Alexis Tinsay.
Migs and Noreen talking about that many options for the Cignal HD Spikers. Now with one set tied to their name, they're actually keeping that ilalaban mindset alive. Tintam Zon told me her reminders to the team are simple. Fight through every rally and finish. She knows they've been close in past grueling 5-set matches, but stresses today it's all about closing stronger. Her fellow outside hitter Heather Ginoo echoed that, saying their focus is on grit and pride dahil hindi pa tapos yung laban. And for young middle, Jessa Ordiales, she admits the pressure is there, but she's choosing to play through to the tough mindset. Paulit-ulit sila nagsasabi ng mindset kanina sa dugout. She's leaning on the vets while aiming to make an impact with her blocks to keep Cignal's campaign alive, and their podium hopes still within reach. Back to you guys.
Actually, magandang report yun kasi mararamdaman mo talaga sa long rallies yung mindset na yan, yung toughness na gusto mo makita mula sa players mo. Mapapansin mo yan especially if you're watching live, the body language, how they are during the rally, you know, their resiliency, and also the way they finish. You know, the strong teams really do it with ferocity.
Yeah. You know, in all sports, for that matter, really, it's how strong you are psychologically.
It is 4-0. What a blitz for Cignal here in set 3. Erica Santos tried to add once again to her tally. She has 12 so far. Backs it on to Kate. Rejection by Cignal, and it went inside.
Boy, everything working for Cignal. Offense, the defense, you know, their net defense. Look at this.
Ishi Lalong Isip rejecting another former Adamsonian. 5-0.
But you did say, Migs, in set number 2, you saw that Cignal has settled down, right? Even Dawn Makandili Katindig, miscue, but even her, she looked more comfortable with her teammates, so that's a big difference.
Let's take a look at that return. It wasn't the ideal return. They had to save that ball. Unfortunately, nobody was there for the second touch. First point of Zus in the set. Lalong isip. Couldn't get it back immediately. It's Ancheta from the middle. Her first appearance in this match.
Yeah, 2 straight points there for Zus.
That's Sharia Ancheta at 7 points in their previous game versus Koga Shinwa. In 2024, in the Reinforced Conference, she was our most outstanding rookie.
Oh, good dig.
That was by Estoque. And Micah Go will send it through. A lot of time for Gel. Combination! That's long for Erica Santos, but she is convinced that there was a touch.
Ancheta.
Ayun na, umamin na.
You see the ball, the flight of the ball. It kind of flattened because it touched
It touched the hand.
Yeah.
Mabuti na rin talaga na may mga players na umaamin because, you know, at least we avoid the delay. It's Kate Santiago. Saved by Dolly Verzosa. Kate again down the line. Great power.
Yeah. That's one thing you're hoping if you're a Kate Santiago fan is the consistency because again, she is very talented. But you want her to be able to play at the high level
Consistently.
Consistently, yeah.
6-3. Micah Go. The dig by Don Katindig again. Santos couldn't score. That's cleared by Tiamzon, and it's worth it as Doria Aquino scores.
You always think that's how good Cayuna is. There is some sort of confusion, right? You think. But amidst the confusion, Cayuna knows who to give it to.
Akala mo lang.
Yeah, exactly.
7-3 off of that nice execution by Cignal HD. Micah Go. Verzosa again with the coverage. Micah, that's short. It's way too short. The former MVP of CSB. Now we have our technical timeout. Cignal leading the way, 8-3.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
We are back with Micah Go, the Zus Thunderbelles, against the Cignal HD Spikers in set number 3.
No, you have to give it to her because in fairness to Doria Aquino, she's been serving really well today.
Okay, so sige, pagbigyan na natin.
In my head, I wanted to say it. I didn't want to jinx her.
8-4. D-ball. Nice dig by Jel Gayuna. The bump to Erica. And that's going to go out off of the hands of Zus Coffee.
You know, you're appreciating more watching a lot of Erica Santos, especially in the PVL on tour. It's how she conserves her energy with her approach, but then the explosiveness comes with the actual contact.
That's
that should be. That should be.
You know, yung ganyang klaseng mindset, ano yan eh, it goes along the lines of being a veteran, right? Hindi ka puro ano lang, puro power, yung puro explosiveness. You know your body, you know when to put in this much, that much. We do have a challenge though, a block touch challenge, and no shortage of block touch challenges in this matchup. You guys noticed. Yep, that's touched by Tiamzon.
See, we always say that. You know, you try not to call that if it's very near the tape of the net because chances are there's going to be a block touch.
Yes. So we just replay the point.
Yeah, because the ball is still in play. Yeah.
Micah Ortiz back to serve. Ball up by Ishilalong Isip. Run and gun, it's short. It was a bit too far for Erin Pangilinan, and Cayuna admitted to it.
And, you know, for me, the key to a slide or running attack is the fluidity. You saw that Pangilinan stopped because she didn't think that she'd get the set, and that kind of changed her timing.
Good for Cignal though, because there's a service error committed by Micah Ortiz. It is 10-5 in set number 3. Tin Tiamzon will take her turn. Reception by Kate Santiago. It's Estoque. Great denial. Wewe again. Another slide. Ishilalong Isip.
Oh, still alive.
Great effort by the Thunderbelles, but now somebody crossed. It's Wewe Estoque. An illegal attack.
Was it a crossing or a net violation?
Oh, could have been net touch.
Yeah, because I saw the net like was moving.
What I saw was part of the foot of Estoque
Crossed, okay.
But it will only be called if the entire foot, right?
Yes.
Was over the line. Santiago from the back. D-ball. That's long for Erica. Medyo flat yun ah.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristic from the MVP. And she knew it.
Yep. Wasted opportunity for Cignal, but it is still a 5-point advantage.
Here's Ney Mabilangan. Lalong Isip, ganda ng buwelo. And there was a touch. Check ball.
Yeah, I think that was on Kate Santiago.
There you go. Ishilalong Isip now with 10 points in this game. First time that she has reached double figures since the semis of the On Tour against Cherry Tigo. She had a double-double back then, 13 with 11 receptions. Erica Santos giving up a sky ball.
Really high one.
Oh, that goes down for Kate Santiago.
Kate Santiago has been doing the damage for Zus. Here in set number 3, Chai Troncoso is actually resting. Resting is good.
After scoring a dozen in the first 2 sets.
No, but you know, I figure Coach Jerry's really using this opportunity to get the other players playing time, right?
This invitational.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Coach Jerry, if you actually contextualize it in terms of the outside hitters, the wing spikers right now, these were his players in CSP.
CSP, correct.
So alam niya na kung ano yung kayang ibigay ng mga yan. Kailangan lang nila ma-translate dito sa PVL.
Yeah. And that's a big challenge.
Oh, yes. Oh! What a miscue.
That's a second for Cignal. Coach Shaq doesn't like that.
Tingnan nga natin. There was a pause. They thought Cayuna was gonna get it. Jel was getting ready for the set already. Ishii. Check ball again.
Yeah, the ball and the hands actually, You can see it's quite, she's really targeting the blocker's
tips.
hands there. Yeah.
I'd like to think she's used to it because she's not, you know, the tallest attacker.
Yeah.
Here's Ishii from the back.
Wow. Good dig though.
Micah go. Dug up by Lalong Isip. Erica Santos down the line. It's outside. Umilag si Dolly Verzosa to make sure that Zus Coffee was going to get the point.
A couple of errors for Erica Santos here in set number 3.
Santos does have 14 points to her name to offset those 3 errors. And now it is Tin Tiamzon's turn to score. That would be number 3 for her.
That is one player who's playing well here in the 3rd set. Tin Tiamzon has been defending very well. I mean, that's not the strength of her game, but she's showing us improvement in that aspect.
And you did say in set number 2, defense was a big key into getting that win. That's long. Erica Santos misfiring once again. So she's up to 3 unforced errors in this set alone, 4 in total.
You can just feel that Jel Cayuna will go to Erica Santos. Give her a chance to make up for these errors.
Great save by Julian Angeles. It's Estoque scoring against 2 blockers.
And the lead is down to 4.
3rd point for Wewe Estoque in this matchup. Nobody there to help Pangilinan and Santos. Nice pass. Erica, ayun na nga. Ayun na nga. Just had to give it back to her. 15 points now in this game for the PVL on Tour MVP. 16-11.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
It is now 16-11 in set number 3. Cignal versus Zus Coffee, the HD Spikers, up by 5 points. After winning set number 2, the Zus Coffee in control in set number 1. They won that 25-22 before dropping the second set 19-25. Ishilalong Isip, Tin Tiamzon and company turning things around. They would want to have a good chance to still compete for the podium here in the Invitational. You have 6 teams competing in what, only 1 week?
Yeah.
And then
Single round robin.
top 2 seeds will compete in the final. Numbers 3 and 4 in the battle for bronze. Back row for Kate Santiago. It's Tiamzon who really asked for it. Estoque. Slide. Better give now. That's the angle that Erin wants.
Yeah. And again, the movement, more fluid, no stops there, continuous. And she gets the point.
Erin Pangilinan now with 4 in this matchup. 17-11. Micah Ortiz.
That's a block point.
A block point. What's the call? Was it
Double.
double?
Look at that. Block.
Ayun, dalawa nga.
But again, Tin Tiamzon was all over that, a one-on-one.
It's a free ball. Napalis pa ni doon yung kakampi niya. And Erin Pangilinan scores again off of her slide.
There are a lot of miscue on the side of Zus here in the 3rd set. And Cignal's obviously taking advantage.
feeling it now. Erin Pangilinan is feeling it now. She has 5 points to her name. Estoque blocked. Still saved by Micah Go. Buding Durem is now in the game for the first time. The ball goes to Noreen Go. Oh, that could not be salvaged anymore. Cignal HD up by 9 here, 20-11.
Kung wala tayong pasa, di wala tayong palo. Ewan ko, hahayaan yung matapos yung set. Yung ganyan.
Go, 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 go.
Kaya yung lumaban, anong gagawin natin? Kala nyo, nahahawakan nyo yung bola, okay na eh. Siyempre, kukontrol nyo yan. Paano kayo papalo? Basta itataas nyo lang, ganun.
Hey, 1, 2, 3 here.
Back to basics for Coach Jerry Yee. You want to execute very well, and it starts with your first pass. You also would want to finish the set strong. Even if you don't win it, at least build good habits, build good momentum. We still have at least one more set moving forward as Micah Ortiz scores off of the timeout.
But, Coach Jerry made all the sense in the world. Tataas silang okay na. You really have to control it.
Yes.
You have to score the point.
That was a nice pass by Buding. Oh, not the best of sets though for Tiamzon. And it's Estoque scoring off the block.
You're appreciating the attitude of these kids, Estoque, Ancheta, these players, they're just enjoying. They're going for it.
13-20. Erin again, the slide. What an option for Jel Cayuna.
Yeah, and she's feeling it. She's asking for the ball.
That was actually tougher. It looked tougher because may onting pagka-fade para kay Erin Pangilinan. Still worked though.
Ooh, and it looked like it was going out because Ortiz was already beyond the sideline.
Well, she got it off of Micah, so not a problem for Erin. Lalong isip. Ooh! No save there off the block.
That was a solid block, solid monster block.
Let's give credit to Riza Nogales. I'm actually surprised that was only the first registered kill block of Nogales in this game. Well, she has definitely bothered the attackers of Cignal since the very beginning. Now it is an outside hit for Ishi Lalong Isip. A point for Zeus Coffee. Fanny Gander will now return.
Now, Coach Shaq obviously wants to finish this quick.
Here's Vanny. Nice dig by Estoque. Back set to Kate. It was sent back. And another point for Cignal HD.
Was that registered to Vanny Gandler? That
Yes.
block? Yeah, right?
That is right. 3 points now for Vanny Gander. And we have another middle blocker in the game now for Cignal HD, Ethan Arce.
22 serving 15, serving Erin Pangilinan.
That was sharp.
Yeah.
Nogales activated.
I'm actually curious how healthy Nogales is after her injury.
Yeah.
A lot of talk about her injury. She looks like she is mobile, but right, how healthy is she?
5 Troncoso in, 11 out, 17 Ceballos in.
I think she's healthy enough to be able to start and finish a game,
Yeah.
even a long game at that. I'm excited for her to see her progression in the PVL.
Yeah.
It's Erica. Not the best of executions there for Cignal HD. And now we have a timeout for Coach Shaq De Los Santos. They're up by 5.
3 points yan, ha? So 1 point at a time muna. Pasa muna tayo ng maayos sa sasakyan ng maayos, ha? Okay, sige. Usap kayo, usap kayo. Hinga. Usap po na.
Side out tayo, side out. End game lang tayo. Taga lang. Push up, bro. Push up natin.
I love that awesome vibe from the Cignal HD Spikers. Nagsimula kay Coach Shaq de Los Santos. Konting reminder lang. Then he let his players talk amongst each other. Still saw a lot of smiles.
I think also it's about pride because you know your lineup is complete. Your opponents aren't, right? So you wanna create some sort of separation between a depleted lineup from your opponent.
Well, this is a good way to respond. Ethan Arce, siya naman yung pinaslide ng Cignal HD. 23-17. Gayuna! That was low. Mishit on the ball.
Yeah, she rammed that into the net.
Still a 5-point advantage. Nogales' turn now. It was a tough first ball by Tiamzon. Vanny Gandler sending it through. And a missed dig by Viola Ceballos.
Look at the reaction of Vanny Gandler. She knew she got lucky there. It wasn't the best of hits.
Obviously, it was out of system. Sent it a bit high, challenging the defense of Viola.
Whatever worked.
So that's 6 set points now for Cignal. Vanny serves. Troncoso. Dig by Buding. And here's Tiamzon. Hole in the middle.
Boy, how fitting it is for Tiamzon to end that third set with a point.
Redemption set for Tin Tiamzon. 5 points now in the game for her. That point of the set is brought to you by Myra, the Vita Brighter of Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Cignal is now up 2-1 here inside the Phil Sports Arena. Cignal HD won set number 3 with tally of 25-18, wrapping it up in 26 minutes of play. So, was it the same? Did it look the same as set number 2, or did we see other stuff? Well, we definitely saw a lot of slides from the middle blockers. Erin Pangilinan making the most out of those opportunities, now with 6 points to her name.
Yeah, I think that there's some similarities with set number 2 and 3 for Cignal, in which the reaction time was on point. Again, keeping the ball alive. I have an unsung hero, really, Tin Tiamzon. That's why I said towards the end, you like that she got the point, because her contribution in terms of defense was huge in set number 3. Let's look at some numbers. The attacks, again, Cignal controlled that department, even the blocking. It's still true. Whoever has more errors
wins the set.
Wins the set. So let us predict, based on set 1, 2, and 3, whoever has more errors will actually win. Now, it's how you make up for these errors. When you make sure that errors are not the biggest factor to a set. That's what these teams have been doing, and Cignal just played a great third set. A lot of contributions from different players. Tin Tiamzon was one of them. And you talked about the slides, right? Arce, Pangilinan, and they really just look good in set number 3.
We did miss Chai Tromboso on the other end. She's still at 12 points. On the other end, Erica Santos now has 15, having scored 5 in set number 3. Santos continues to be a double-digit scorer, the only one to do so for Cignal HD in the Invitational. Although this is already her tournament high. Only had 11 versus Creamline and 10 versus PLDT.
Now, what you admire from a player like Erica Santos, again, she wasn't perfect. She had 3 unforced errors. But then, what's important is how you bounce back.
Yes.
Fight back, and then when they said it to her, she put it down when it was important. So, that's what you want to see.
Mukhang nanlamig talaga si Jel Cayuna in between sets 3 and 4 as that serve went really wide.
Yeah, but with Jel Cayuna, you know she doesn't want to give easy serves. She goes for it, it goes in or it doesn't. You know, no, she doesn't want easy ones.
Akala ko sabihin mo na, alam niya kasi na yung mas maraming errors yung nananalo ng set eh.
Let's start it off with an error.
An error though on the other end as well from Zus Coffee. Not the best of starts for set number 4, but we do thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez with Noreen Go and Alexis Tinsay. That's a block point. Tin Tiamzon back to it.
Tin Tiamzon doing all these odd jobs for Cignal, trying to retrieve the ball, try to block the ball.
She has 6 points now in the game. That was her first block point. Santiago going cross. And Zus Coffee will get the point.
Yeah, I think that was off Tin Tiamzon. She's working hard. She got a hand in that.
Although Kate Santiago, that's another player that we have been missing because she had 6 points in the opening set alone. She has 10 in total now. And we're already in set 4. Santiago. Zone 1. Another point.
You can see the positioning of Cignal in terms of defense. They're not in the right place. So miscue there. But yeah, I mean, great placement, right, in zone 1.
One-handed set by Jel. Wow. Great execution and a point for Erica Santos.
She's piling up the points here.
That's 16 points now for Erica. Jel Cayuna has 15 excellent sets, by the way. This is Rose Doria Aquino. First ball, Dolly Verzosa. Nogales, unable to score. Cayuna bumps it for Tiamzon. That's rejected. Coverage by Jel. The setup by the middle blocker. And it works! Extra celebration kapag ganon. And now, let us turn you over to Alexis Tinsay for yet another report.
Mix and Noreen, Zus Coffee only had an hour and a half training yesterday and a 2-week break before the entire invitationals. And for Riza Nogales, who had been warrioring ever since her UAAP days, it's really about adapting as fast as you can kahit gaano kabilis lang yung preparasyon. Sa harap ng net, ang focus niya is to keep contesting Cignal's attacks kahit mas veteran yung kalaban. Yung chemistry naman nila ni Shario on the quick pace, tuloy-tuloy lang pagbuo, and she trusts na darating yung timing. Now when it comes to motivation, despite being new to the squad, Riza shared that it's simply part of the job. Ilalaban pa rin, walang pressure kasi may tiwala si coach. Will Cignal finally rise over the stump, or will Zus Coffee remain proactive to their belief that the ball is round and it overlooks veteran experience? Back to the panel.
Thank you, Alexis. 1.5 hours na rin. Ang iksi nun for a training session.
With 2 weeks break.
Oo. But then again, it's what they could have done. You know, the heads up that they got, obviously changes happened, you know, before we started the Invitational tournament. Now they're here. As you get to see this point, there's Riza Nogales right on cue, scoring off of that report by Alexis.
So if you're Coach Shaq, you see Doria Aquino diving for the ball, you have to be happy.
Oh, Don with the save! Let's see if Zus can capitalize. Stoke will score. Sayang yun para kay Don Katindig, but we gotta give it to Zus Coffee.
Yeah, that's a dagger at the heart of Cignal.
And look at this chase. And she was really determined to get that ball. Here was the counter by Wewe Stocken. Unfortunately, it's followed up with a service error.
Yeah. You don't want to see that because that was a great exchange and it worked in Zuz's favor.
6-5, Erica Santos. Straight to the tape of the net. You have a deadlock.
I think they can hear us when we said whoever had more errors. These teams are piling up, right? The errors are piling up.
That was in. Deep ball. Tumalikot agad si Riza Nogales. She apologizes, and that's a point for Erica Santos, making it number 17 for her.
Making a case for player of the game once again for Erica Santos.
Don Katindig's numbers, though, they have an argument. 16 digs, 12 excellent receptions so far. Let's see how they can progress. Erin Pangilinan, ito mahabol ba? Nakakaano na yan, 8. 8 points in this game off of 7 attacks. Most of them, if not all of them, have been slides. 8-6, Cignal HD.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
There you see Don Katindig dancing a bit to Pink Pony Club inside the Phil Sports Arena. Ever since set number 2, ganyan na yung body language na enjoying.
Yeah.
At the same time, we've seen a lot of great saves from her. Double-double already to her name.
Really, it goes to show, you know, that sacrifice is paying off. No rest, right? No rest for her. She could have rested, but she opted to play for the sake of her teammates and her team.
Again, that type of leadership is what you're gonna get from Don Katindig. Here she is with the first ball. That was clean again. Ishi! That was a bullet! Have you noticed that there's quickness in the approach of Ishi Lalang Isip? Ganda rin panoorin eh.
Low shoot set.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin' and Pasalubong ng Bayan. Even in higher sets, I don't know about you, but I tend to notice it. She has a nice, quick approach.
Yeah.
Chance ball. Ishi had to reach for that one.
Oh!
She still scores. 14 points now for Ishi Lalong Isip.
Well, she did keep that ball alive and avoided the net, so she deserved to get that point.
May humahabol pa na rin. Ito yung mga, mga times na kailangan na talaga natin tignan lahat ng numbers ng players, especially their defensive statistics. As now, Cignal gets yet another point.
11 serving 7.
Erin Pangilinan, 8 points, 7 attacks, 1 block. Ortiz, not the best of deliveries, but still found an open hole at the middle.
8 serving 11, serving Neema Pilanga.
Well, it is a 3-point game here. Cignal has the advantage 2-1.
They want to end it in 4 sets. Sus Coffee, on the other hand, would want to continue, with their image of being 5-set queens in the PVL. Kate Santiago on the cross.
Kate Santiago off the hands.
Again, the story of Kate Santiago. She can score. We did say undeniable talent. But if she can play,
consistently.
That's the challenge we're posing to her.
She has 12 points now. 3 of them have come in the set. Chance for Zus. Troncoso, been quite silent. Santiago again, tipping it over. But it went outside. That's why Dawn Katindig had to stop herself.
Boy, Santiago has developed that drop. You know, she deceives it so well. She has scored on Don Makandili Katindig, I think, at least 3 times here in this match. Oh,
Not that time around though, but earlier.
it was out.
Yeah, it was outside.
Okay.
But I do get your point about those drops.
Yeah.
And it can be very dangerous, especially from a power hitter like her. Troncoso. Ooh, the save by Tiamzon. And here's Ishii. Santiago again.
Tiamzon again.
There's a bump by Dawn onto Erica.
Wow.
Ganda nun. Pababa talaga yung palo niya.
And then she makes it look so easy.
Talk about a follow-through from Erica Santos. How about that bump set also from Dawn Katindig? Nothing much that May Mabilangan can do. 13-9. Santiago, may porsyento na ang Zus Coffee sa kanya.
She has been delivering for Zeus, but you're right, no? Really missing in the equation is Chai Troncoso. Played solid in the first set.
Actually, all of her points have come in the first 2 sets. All 12.
But they did rest her in the third set.
Yeah. But now we're already at the middle part of set 4. That could not be saved anymore. Erica Santos now with 19 points. Just another day in the lab for Erica Santos.
You write a memoir. A day in the life of Erica Santos. 20 points, 30 points.
Casual 20. Estoque scoring off of Rose Doria Aquino.
Boy, this is one player who has shown right off the bench. But you did say she would start some games. Would she? No.
Yeah, before the previous game she started. Excited ako na gumraduate na siya. Kasi at least yung oras niya hindi na ganun kahati. And you know, at least that could help in priming her up even more here in the PVL.
Oh, good save.
Erica denied. Was that Estoque?
Well, she teamed up with Nogales. Those are the 2 players right at the net.
Who got it? Both of them.
Both of them.
So who gets the block point?
Yeah, who does?
That's Rose Doria Aquino with an attack point. Cignal getting side outs here and there. Hindi pinapalapit ang Zus Coffee.
Who got the block?
They're also trying to find out.
So that
they gave it to Estoque.
Okay. Why?
Pinathesis defense to yung statistician.
Para may tayong explanation to the aspiring players. Case in point. Exhibit A.
I'd like to think that she got the ball first. On the split second. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does.
Erica Santos. Casual 20 now for her inside the Phil Sports Arena. Cignal leading us 16-12.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
We are back with Rose Doria Aquino, ready to serve for Cignal HD in set number 4. They continue to lead against Zus Coffee. Now it's 16-12. Santiago again. Team Tiamzon. Good save by Estoque. Quite low for Kate Santiago. Western. Bit of a scramble for Cignal. They go to Tiamzon on that running hit.
What about Aquino keeping the ball alive?
She's well active at the back row right now. Another chance for Cignal. Erica. That's put back by Estoque.
That was too near the net. I mean, she tried to brush it off the blockers, but Estoque was all over that.
Oh, Estoque making the most out of the PVL Invitational, coming off of scoring 10 points. She now has 8 in this game. That could just be the biggest revelation so far for Zus Coffee. As Erica Santos, hindi na revelation yan. Na-reveal na yan ng PVL on tour.
Oh, grand reveal na, grand reveal.
21 points now for Erica. But now she will sit down, courtesy of this double sub. Jessa Ordiales and Giselle C checking in.
Yeah, I mean, Giselle C, I mean, what a story. Her longevity, right? Alongside players like Ortiz and Gonzaga. The way they keep themselves fit.
Yeah. Great save there by Giselle C. The bump onto the right. Ordiales couldn't score. And here's Estoque. Power there, present, but just too much from Wewe.
Yeah, it looked strong. And look who's coming in.
Alas Pilipinas player nga lang naman. Vanny Gandler.
Yeah. Again, must win for Cignal because they're at 0-3 because of all the carryovers from the semifinals of the on tour.
Yes.
Right? So must win for them. They don't want to take a chance here.
That's going to be another point for the HD Spikers.
What a game for Erin Pangilinan.
9 points now in this match for her. 2 block points for Erin.
Yeah, and when you look at her, she's really not a tall middle blocker.
I actually wondered by the end of UAP Season 87 kung magta-transition ba si Erin Pangilinan into opposite. But apparently the answer is no, and Cignal doesn't have a problem with it. Especially now because you have Erica Santos.
Yeah, no, aside from that, if you're looking at the height, no, Ordiales is actually taller than Pangilinan. So yeah, I mean, there could be a switch there, but nope.
Regales, talk about height. Able to score against Giselle C. Zus Coffee needing a comeback right now.
Yeah, major comeback.
Riza Nogales, a nice game for herself with 6 points. Micah Go is back in to serve.
Overpass.
Troncoso, denied. Try again, denied again. This time it's a D-ball for Kate. And that goes through for Kate Santiago, who now has 14 points. She has surpassed her previous game output.
Yeah, slowly but surely. You know, you're right. She has surpassed her output. And again, for Zus, you're happy to see these players get playing time.
Still down by 5 though. Troncoso, she's been really checked. One more. This time it goes through.
If at first you don't succeed, you keep trying.
What, 4 tries in the last 2 sequences for Chai Troncoso. That's her first point since set number 2. We have a timeout.
Ngayon, dapat nag-ready na to. Kasi ito na yung option nila eh. Okay, sarado na natin yan. Saka yung mga check-out. Okay?
The more na nandito na yung block,
Oo.
mas dito ka lang.
Sarado na eh. Sarado na ha. Okay? O sige, one good pass muna ha. Sige, one point lang, 1 point lang. Ha?
Yung gilid-gilid harapin. Magkano sabihin mo? Signal!
It's closing time for Vanny Gander and company against Shai Troncoso and the rest of Zus Coffee. Let's see if these Thunderbelles can respond with one more strike of lightning and thunder.
Serving Mike Angle.
Outside. Mike ako. Umiwa siya at the last second. Kita ko yung kaba niya eh. But then again, she claims that she didn't touch it. Oh, may umamin from the net. Okay, there you go. It's a different player who got a touch.
They actually, even you thought they got away with that.
4 points away are these Cignal HD Spikers from getting their first win in the Invitational. That's in. An ace for Tin Tiamzon.
And she points at that. She felt that ace.
Umabot pa siya. Tiamzon now has 10 points in this game. This is the first time that Tiamzon has reached double figures in the Invitational, but that last point will be contested.
Looked good from where we're sitting.
But we are human, and at this point we'll have to rely on a machine. That was in. Ban din ako.
Good.
Second. Pasok para kay Tin Tiamzon. So 3 points away from winning this match. Reception by Dolly Verzosa. Troncoso able to get the better of Tiamzon.
Yeah, you know, those are the traits. I mean, that is actually a trait of Troncoso. She'll keep trying. You know, she may go down, but she'll go down fighting.
Right.
Go down swinging.
14 points now for Chai Troncoso in this game. Over reception. In the chase for Tin. Verdiales sending it through. Good chance for Zus Coffee. They send it to Troncoso again.
Right? Back-to-back points for Chai Troncoso.
It's 15 points now for Chai. They trim the lead down to 4. Emergency button here for Coach Shaq.
Dapat ikaw yung pagiging tumapat. So pag umabol ka, tingnan mo kung ang approach niya papunta dito. Kasi ang nangyayari, ang ano lang, nakatapat ka. Huwag mo just ka, hindi naman lahat nandito sa dulo. Okay? Atakin muna tayo!
Let's see that previous sequence. Chai Troncoso in between two blockers. And quite a tough angle for Tin Tiamzon to save that ball.
Well, that's a timeout of desperation because the lead is down to 4.
Biggest lead in the set was 7. Here's Gail Pascual. Easy first ball for Buding. Combination to Vanny Gandler. Yun ang malinis na execution para sa Cignal HD.
Very textbook volleyball stemming from a perfect pass by Buding Thunderbelles.
Very open for Vanny.
Yeah, look at the contact, right?
Straight down onto the ground. Ethan Arce returns. Cignal 2 points away from winning. Faulty first ball. That will send us to match point.
What a total team effort on the side of Cignal. I think everyone has gotten a chance to play. Yeah, I think so. Everyone has played for Cignal.
Erin Pangilinan is also the 4th player to reach double figures for Cignal in this game. Will this be the last point of the match? Giselle C. sending it to Vanny. Troncoso. Great denial once more. Chai tipping it through.
She ain't done yet, Chai Troncoso.
But now it has to be at least 5 consecutive serves from Ney Mabilangan. Gotta love this part of your rotation though if you're Zus Coffee.
Full front row.
Ordiales put it away, ending things for Cignal HD.
All they needed was one.
This point of the set is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. You mentioned they only needed one. The lone point of Jessa Ordiales in this game being the last in this matchup. Cignal wins it in 4 sets. It is a 4-set win for the Cignal HD Spikers, their first victory in the PVL Invitational, and they scored against the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles. We observed that drastic change since set number 2 for Cignal HD, and the main catalyst for that is our best player now with Alexis Tinsay.
Migs and Irene all over the floor tonight. Our player of the game is no other than Don Makandili Katindig with 18 excellent digs and 15 excellent receptions and 1 point. Congrats, Don! So, nakita natin sa sobrang ganda ng connection nyo kanina sa court. For you, ano yung pinaka nag-stand out sa teamwork nyo that made this win possible?
Siguro yung next standout sa akin, syempre yung effort ng bawat isa talaga na gustong bumawi and gustong manalo. So, napapadali lang yung role ng bawat isa.
And sinabi mo sa akin kanina sa dugout, you'll do everything you can to keep your campaign alive. And as always, you were all over the floor in the defense today. So for you, ano yung mindset mo coming into this match na ikaw yung mas composed na ate for the little ones?
Siguro yun nga, as an ate, kailangan ako yung pinaka-composed and huling bibitaw. And I hope na dun din humuhugot yung mga teammates ko.
And with that, anong masasabi mo sa first win nyo here sa Invitational sa PVL?
Siyempre, super happy and proud ako sa team na nakabawi and nabalik yung kumpiyansa namin sa isa't isa. So hopefully mag-translate siya sa future games pa namin.
And syempre, gusto mong batiin yung fans ng Cignal and to everyone watching from their homes.
Thank you po sa Cignal and sa lahat ng fans namin na lagi sumusuporta and sa family ko na nanood today and sana patuloy niyo kami supportahan sa future games namin.
There you have it, our player of the game, Don Makandili Tindig. Congratulations again to the Cignal HD Spikers. Let's go back to the panel.
Thank you, Alexis. She was the game changer indeed, and this is one of the biggest reasons why she came back early from her vacation, supposedly, off of Alas Pilipinas. Tomorrow, here inside the Phil Sports Arena, Kobe Shinwa will take on the Creamline Pool Smashers at 4 p.m. to be followed by the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles back in action against Aragalang and the rest of the Cherry Tigo crossover. So do not miss out. It's going to be a busy week for the Premier Volleyball League in our Invitational. Thank you for joining us. For Alexis Tinsay and Noreen Go, my name is Migs Gomez. Wrapping up our coverage of Zus Coffee versus Cignal HD.